The strategy 1 converted 4.7 lakhs into 18.77 lakhs in just 3 years, which is a CAGR of 58%. For the backtested results of this strategy, I have taken weekly trades from 28th August 2019 till 28th August 2022. During this period, Nifty has moved from 11,105 levels to 17,558 levels, which is a move of roughly 58% in 3 years. But this strategy during the same period has delivered roughly 300% returns, or talking in terms of CAGR basis, it's 58% year on year. In the same duration, markets have faced 2020 crash, big amount of FIS inflows and outflows. It has seen Russia-Ukraine war, China's real estate issue, energy crisis in Europe, recession in US, etc., etc. But still, this strategy has a strike rate of 71%. That means out of 139 trades, 98 were in profit. This clearly shows that how effective and resilient this strategy is to bad news and many volatile moves. Here, risk is limited as all the positions are hedged. We create this option strategy once a week and exit the same on a weekly expiry day. The backtested results quoted above are without any adjustment trade or any other technical indicator. So, after this video, you have such a powerful strategy available at your discretion. In this video, I will be covering every aspect of this strategy point by point. Only request from all of you is don't skip any aspect as that can fluctuate the returns immensely. Go through the whole video. I will cover logic behind the strategy, how to use this strategy, investment capital required, when to use this strategy to gain maximum returns, backtested results and analysis of the same, who should implement this strategy based on the risk appetite, how to manage risk and drawdowns. But the bonus will be when to avoid this to reduce the drawdowns. With this, welcome back to Options Decoded. Firstly, I do not have or know the name of this strategy. If any one of you know the name, please mention in the comments column. Else, we can name this as Options Decoded strategy number 2. Okay, this is very simple and effective strategy that do not need any kind of knowledge of technical indicators or market view. You can simply repeat the process week on week. You need not to fear about the volatile moves as your risk is always limited. During the preparation of this strategy video, my view was clear to share a strategy which anyone can use. Trust me when I say that no one knows markets will go up or down tomorrow. But at the same time, every derivative trader knows that time decay is a big factor in any option strategy. In this video, time decay is working for you. Here one disclaimer. I want to quote that trading options is always risky and can result in loss of capital. Everyone should understand the risk before implementing any trade. That's why see the whole video and then implement as per your analysis. Now let's start with how to use this strategy. It's actually very simple. On every expiry day, 30 minutes before the market close, you need to place few options on your watch list. I hope all of you are aware of option chain and understand in the money and out the money options for both calls and puts. Don't worry even if you are not aware of it. You just need to open the option chain on NSE website for next week and repeat the process that I will tell you now. So for knowledge purposes, you have the option chain for next weekly expiry, that is 8th September 2022 in front of you right now. You know that the markets closed at 17,539 levels. The closest is 17,550 levels if we talk about the strike price. Always remember, strike prices are always mentioned in ascending order. So we will consider 17,550 as the at the money option. In case of calls, any strike below 17,550 is considered as in the money, and any strike that is above 17,550 is considered as out the money. This could be easily understood by the color difference as well. Yellowish part is in the money part and the white background is for the out of money. And in case of puts, any strike price above 17,550 is considered as in the money. Any strike price that is below 17,550 is considered out of the money. So now what you need to do is you need to buy calls for 4 strikes above the ATM and buy put which are 6 strike below the ATM. Then you need to sell calls and puts for 2 strikes above the ATM. Okay. Let's understand this thing with an example. So in our option chain, we will buy 17,750 calls and buy 17,250 puts. Then we will sell both call and puts for 17,650. Here at every strike, the quantity remains the same. In this strategy, as all the trades are hedged, the risk goes down and the capital required for this trade also goes down. Let's see on the screen. To implement this strategy, we will need 4.5 lakhs for this trade as a final margin. The amount will vary based on the option prices. When I did the backtesting, that day the required capital was 4.7 lakhs for 10 lots. Here, I am testing for 10 lots. If you trade in one lot, as per your risk appetite, then capital requirement will be 47,000 rupees. This brings us to understand when to enter and exit this strategy for maximum returns. The best part is that you need to enter and exit this trade only on expiry day. I personally suggest to exit this trade and enter a new trade at the same time. Better if you do it before 3 pm, as post that markets can become very volatile. So better if you prepare this trade in basket order and implement in a single click, so that there is not much difference due to price movement. This brings us to the most awaited part of this video. Let's backtest this strategy. Excited? Okay, to save time, I have filled the details already. The duration of backtesting is 3 years, as that's what software allows. Here I selected 10 lots each. Here 2 in front of strike means that I am selling 2 strikes above current ATM, both calls and puts. Similarly, I am buying call for 4 strikes above ATM and buying put for 6 strikes lower to the ATM. Have selected days to expiry as system type where I am trading on weekly basis. So days to expiry is mentioned as 6 days and exiting the same on expiry day as that's 0, right? Now let's backtest this. Okay. Here comes the backtested results. You can clearly see that overall strategy delivered 14.07 lakhs profits in 3 years. Strike rate is 71%, as winning trades are 98 out of 139. Average of winning trade is roughly 45,880 rupees and average of losing trades is 75,331. Biggest profit is 84,750 and biggest loss in a week was 1,28,750. The important factor is profit factor for this strategy is 1.46. Only requirements for this strategy is discipline and determination to implement this strategy every week for years. Impressed? This is one of the strategy I wanted to share with you. Better rewarding strategies coming to you next week as well. But for now, let's continue on the important pointers for this strategy. You can ask, why this pointer now? Haven't you mentioned that anyone can implement this strategy? Answer is yes. This strategy is for everyone, but you can clearly see that there are some volatile movements in this strategy during big events like Russia, Ukraine, COVID, etc. So here, I just wanted to tell you that when you implement this strategy, you should be mentally and financially prepared that there will be some such events. There will be drawdowns. During those drawdowns, you might have to book loss in that particular weekly strategy. So you need to know that the biggest loss in last 3 years was rupees 1,28,750 for 1 week and the longest losing streak was for 2 weeks. What I mean to say is, if you implement this strategy and you encounter this losing amount or losing weeks, still you should be able to implement this same strategy for the next week, as you know that this will give you desired returns in long term. This brings me to on how you can manage risk and drawdowns. Lot size selection is very important. If you only have 5 lakhs capital, then instead of 10 lots, you should trade with 5 lots and keep the remaining capital as a backup initially for bad days. Hope you got my point. If you think that you are not prepared for such drawdowns, then don't use this strategy. You need to be mentally and financially prepared for such drawdowns. If you are, then you will surely be in big profits in coming years. Just be disciplined and determined for years to come. Now comes the bonus part. For those who watch this video till end, if you know that in any week there are important events nationally or internationally, just avoid to take this trade for that particular week. With that, you will reduce the risk of high volatile week. For an example, if there is election results for US or India, then avoid trading that particular week. Trust me, you'll save your capital if there is a large movement that particular week. Also, if you are aware that now the break-even point is hit and the markets will remain directional opposite to your trade, then book that weekly trade there and then. You'll reduce your loss slightly. Secondly, always keep cash backup. Initially trade with 50% of your capital. That will make sure that you live through the bad weeks easily. You must have felt the power of this strategy, which are hidden from general public, and no one is ready to share these strategies with retail participants. I have already shared one such strategy 1 year back with backtested results and compared it with short iron condor and short iron butterfly, where my strategy outperformed the other two by huge margin. You can check out that video. Link for the same is in description box. If I have to simply summarize, this is a strategy for consistent long-term returns, which do not need any technical knowledge. Just using the same strategy week after week will make sure that you are in profits in long term. 58% CAGR is a good return, that too in 3 years with limited risk. Any queries regarding this strategy are welcome. Okay, now you have this strategy. I know you would like to learn more of such strategies and I am ready to share it with you guys. But you need to be subscribed to the channel and notification button should be on so that you have timely access to the upcoming videos. I will continue to share macro related videos for your better analysis. So, subscribe to the channel if you appreciate my work. You can boost our confidence with some great comments. Definitely like and share the video so that more people can get the benefit out of it. Take care guys. Till next video, as always, happy learning.